The world is that?
When you hear about crazy government experiments,
now you're getting into something interesting.
I bet you're like,
I'm over here fighting sleep.
Well, the answer is DARPA. DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. It's an independent division of the Pentagon. They're responsible for all the experiments and weird things that come out of the government. So today, we're going to be running through the top 10 scariest DARPA experiments of all time. Make sure you stick around for number 1 because it's one of my favorite conspiracy theories of all time. Number 10, Project Argus. So this was one of the first DARPA experiments. Their plan was to make some sort of force field around the Earth so no one could launch missiles into it. This makes me believe in aliens more than ever. Why would they stop things from coming in? The plan was to launch hundreds of nukes into space that would surround the Earth and electrons. Those electrons would destroy missiles before they could enter in from space.
They're so cute!
They'll bite you.
Has anything to do with the ozone layer depleting. Anyways, it didn't work because the electrons would dissipate too quickly. Number 5.
Fat. Those are a bunch of little snakes.
Back in the 1960s,
It's so round. Sissy's looking! Sissy's looking!
What had been happening is the Russians had been irradiating the embassy with microwave technology. There was some evidence that microwaves could be used to affect someone's behavior. So the CIA suspected that the Russians were doing this as some form of mind control. So the White House got DARPA to start working on a top secret project called Project Pandora. They took monkeys and started experimenting with them with all sort of mind control techniques with microwaves. I'm so happy I was born human. I'm the only one who gets to destroy my body. Well, this was a bust. They couldn't mind control the monkeys, and they found that the Russians were irradiating the embassy to activate listening devices that were implanted inside the embassy walls. Number 8, nuclear-powered GPS trackers. DARPA primarily works on government projects. Many of the things they design are to make the American military more powerful. One of the ways they're doing this is through nuclear-powered GPS trackers. You might know them by the name C-SCAN or Chip-Scale Combinatorial Atomic Navigator. These babies are extremely accurate. They have a battery that will never die, at least not in our lifetime, and can be used to locate missiles and submarines with pinpoint accuracy. Part of me wants one of these batteries for my phone, but I think keeping nuclear energy right next to my groin isn't good for my libido. Also, I don't want the government tracking how many times I go through a McDonald's drive-thru. I'm just kidding, I don't have a car. Number 7, motherships. We've all seen alien movies where the aliens come and land on a flying saucer. And you think that's all the aliens, until it's revealed that there's a massive mothership. Well, DARPA has been trying to make your science fiction nightmares come true because they've been working on giant planes that work as motherships. It said one of these monstrosities could carry up to 3 bombers.
Have
they
you
could
heard
be used
anything
to
about
quickly
that?
transport and dispatch a small army worth of explosives. It freaks me out every time we get better at war, but at the same time, it's cool to always be ready for space war. Number 6, robots. DARPA has been involved in the creation of all sorts of robotic creatures, from this guy to this guy.
Whoa.
And even this guy.
Oh, I've seen that one.
What in the world? Oh, he's
okay,
happy.
I don't know if that had anything to do with the last robot, but I love watching that video where he raises his little hands like that. He's like Rocky. He's the champ. DARPA has had an invested interest in robotics for a long time, mostly to help military endeavors. The first robot you saw was used to help Marines carry gear and also could be used as a surveillance tool. My favorite thing about that ROBOMule is it's named Alpha Dog. I think it was originally designed to help Chads carry more jewel pods. Why do scientists keep making robots that are more athletic than most of us? Watch one movie about killer robots, and you know that you have to give them wheels so we can hide from them at the top of a flight of stairs. Every time I watch one of these videos of robots getting better, I hope one day they can put my brain inside one of those so I could do a backflip that's not like one of these. Number 5. Exoskeletons. Even though these things are scary because you never know what people can do with this sort of technology, I kind of want one. Because first we'll start with exoskeletons, then we'll make giant mech suits, and then I get to be a Power Ranger. It's part of my 5-year plan.
Oh yeah,
DARPA's been
Power
working
Ranger.
on exoskeletons to help soldiers be even more deadly. And this stuff isn't even behind the shadows. You can find videos of this stuff all over the internet. They've been experimenting on all different types. They have ones that reduce fatigue while walking, ones that help soldiers carry way more weight, and even ones that are like body armor. We're talking like Iron Man level stuff here. I mean, that's kind of like an exaggeration, but we're not too far off after seeing stuff like this. Number 4, cyborg beetle. Mind control isn't real. There's no way DARPA invented something that they could attach to a creature's brain and control it via remote control. That would be crazy. It would make me so uncomfortable that I wouldn't want to put headphones in. Well, DARPA made exactly that. They took a rhinoceros beetle and implanted electrodes into its brain, and then you use remote control to fly it around. You can see it right here. They have the beetle attached to a string so it can't fly around properly, and they just don't want to just fly away. But they can control when it starts and stops flying, and even how it moves. Straight up mind control. The most terrifying part about this is if you look closely at the video, he was on Windows XP. Are you serious? They could control bugs back in 2001. That's almost 20 years ago. They have the processing power of Windows 10 now. Do you know what that means? The memes were right. The birds aren't real. We're being spied on by every.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
They can do this to people too. That's why so many people watch Big Bang Theory. Number 3, stealth drones. It seems like DARPA has been trying to find every which way to spy on us. One project they worked on was stealth drones. They worked on unmanned aircrafts which could fly non-stop until they had to refuel, virtually impossible to detect, and are equipped with loads of surveillance equipment. This isn't just speculation either. They worked on a project called Project Dark Star, which was a stealth drone designed for, you guessed it, military purposes. They started carrying Dark Star back in 1999, but there's a lot of places that use these aircrafts in the Middle East.
Which one?
I seriously doubt after all the stuff we know
Charlie,
about
come
this
in here and get
NSA,
his stuff
emails,
together for
Facebook
him.
selling our information,
He
that the
wants
US
the
military
lid
was
to
just
that
like, we don't
green
need
box.
stealth drones, we need
It's
to
one
spy
toys.
on
I don't know
people.
where they're
We
at.
don't
You're
even
gonna
The
know
get
lid
it
to
all
the green
together.
box.
Information.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't be surprised if they use them to spy on us all the time. I know they're after my chicken wing recipe.
You've got to
Number
start
2,
looking for stuff
Is
yourself.
that the lid to the green box?
No,
Okay,
it's
so
an
we've
egg.
established that dark
He wants
the
lid on that.
people, but those drones
Well,
and
go find
robots
it.
aren't worth anything if they can't see you. They've been working on cameras that can pick up 1.8 gigapixels. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming it can see an image so clear that you can see the exact moment that John Wick became the greatest movie of all time. How's this technology being used? You can attach multiple cameras to a drone and have it just chill over an area. It just creeps on an area all day, watching everyone coming and going, making notes.
Go clean.
How come if the government does this, this is kosher, but for everyone else it's stalking? One thing that might give you a little relief is that the cameras are too high to see people's faces, so they can't see me
I gotta
lip
lay
syncing
this way.
Barbie
It's
Girl
gonna lay
everywhere I
this
go.
way.
Whatever, it's a good
Be a
song.
little closer
And
to
our
you.
number one
But he's gonna come
scary
sit in front of me,
experiment
play with
is
this toy
Project
with her.
Heart. Oh, this is the big one, guys, and there's so many conspiracy theories about it. I just love it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
stands for High Frequency Auroral Research Program. It's an ionic sphere research program set up in Alaska.
Heart.
It's funded by several branches of the American government as well as the British government. The best way to describe this thing is it's a giant power grid that can shoot a blast of energy into the atmosphere. The American government has said that they use this technology to find hidden bases in submarines. But the internet has a different opinion. There's some juicy conspiracy theories about this. One of the best are that HARP can control the weather or even cause earthquakes. I've even heard that it can shoot a low frequency signal into an area and knock out an entire population. God, I love conspiracy theories. All right, guys, that's our list. Let us know in the comments what your favorite conspiracy theories are.
Oh,
I've got some good
man.
ones. Maybe I'll read them out in the next episode. Like always,
I think
make
I was
sure you
about
like,
to start the
comment,
really
subscribe,
good
hit
alien
that little
ones.
notification
Oh, well, hang on.
And until next
Hang on.
time, my name's Shader.
Pause them for me. I gotta go.
Where is the...
I don't know. Where is that one?
Where is
I don't know where that one.
one?
What is that one?
Pipe.
A pipe? Go ask Sissy. Go say, Sissy, where is the pipe?
Sissy.
You have to go in the playroom. She's in the playroom. You have to go tell her.
And the birds have been spying on us.
You hear that? The
Yeah.
birds have been spying on us, Jackson.
It happens in 1967 at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana.
You smell good.
Nick is on his way to meet a key witness to the event. Robert Salas served 7 years in the Air Force, rising to the rank of captain.
So tell me what happened. March 24th, 1967, I and my commander, Fred Mywall, were on duty at Roy, Montana.
The men are stationed in the missile launch bunker, 60 feet below ground.
We had control of 10 nuclear missiles. Minuteman I. Each missile had an 800 kiloton nuclear weapon.
If ordered, it's Salas's job to launch the warheads.
I was on alert status. In other words, my commander, Fred, was taking a little nap right over. Sometime in the early morning hours, we get a call.
On the other end of the phone is a terrified guard stationed above the bunker.
He's screaming in the phone. He's yelling, "Sir, I'm looking at the front gate. I see this glowing red object."
A strange red object is moving like nothing the guards have ever seen before.
They were flying very fast across the sky, stopping on a dime, reversing course, making 90-degree angle turns, making no noise. These guys were very, very frightened. It was a critical situation.
As fear spreads above ground, things are about to get even more terrifying below. Salas wakes his commander and tells him the guard's report of a UFO above the base. Suddenly, the unthinkable happens.
The lights turned from green to red. In other words, red meaning unlaunchable. All 10 missiles were disabled. Every single one of them.
So what does that mean?
It means if we were given the order and if we had to go through our launch procedures, they couldn't be launched. This was an inexplicable situation.
With the missiles down, America's nuclear shield is compromised.
What's going through your mind when all this was happening?
You know, I'm thinking we're under some sort of an attack.
As Salas and his commander desperately try to get their missiles back online, they learn that a week earlier, another missile launch crew at Malmstrom Base reported seeing the same strange lights. And seconds later, their nuclear warheads also go offline.
All 10 of their missiles went down while a UFO was overhead. All 10 of our missiles went down. The UFO was immediately over our facility.
What did you think when you found out that this had happened not once but twice?
These were the most sophisticated weapons we had, and so I was worrying that something very unknown, very unusual, very strange could disable them.
Is this a coordinated attack by the same unidentified craft?
You must surrender each one of them.
In both cases, the weapons are out of action for nearly 24 hours. So what did shut down the nuclear missiles at Malmstrom Air Base? And why?
this was extraterrestrial in nature. I honestly believe that.
Puppy. Puppy. Puppy.
Well, for decades, only crackpots and crazy people believed in UFOs. That's what I thought anyway. And then in recent years, it turns out that governments have been taking them seriously all along. Very seriously. Nick Pope is a journalist who has spent years researching UFOs for the British government. He says that UFOs aren't just real, they also frequently come close to crashing commercial airliners. Among other things. Nick, thank you very much for coming. So it's really not a question of do governments believe UFOs are real? Yes, they do. The United States government does. The British government does. The question is, do they have any idea what they are, where they're from?
No, we don't. We keep an open mind on it. We don't rule anything off, take nothing off the table with this. Our point really is that whatever these things turn out to be, there is a serious defense, national security, and air safety issue here.
Yes. Well, so that's kind of the nub of it, and that's where my interest comes from. So why aren't governments encouraging the population to, as they say about terrorism, if you see something, say something, report sightings to the government so we can make sense of this potential threat?
Well, they should be, and that's what we certainly did at the Ministry of Defense for many years. We took it very seriously. Our own pilots were seeing these things. We were having radar operators track them. And we knew, again, through intelligence and through open source material, we knew that the Russians and the Chinese and others were working on this too. The problem was that just the pop culture baggage from the term UFO, flying saucer, little green men, people don't take it seriously, but they should.
So we've ruled out, I think, that these are aircraft, experimental aircraft, or technically advanced aircraft from other countries. Is that true?
Well, no, we keep an open mind, as I say, and some of these things probably are Russian or Chinese, whoever it is, but that's the point. We must find out if there's something in our airspace we need to know. For years, governments said they didn't do this. They did. I did it for the British government. I can only talk about this now because my old employers are gradually declassifying and releasing information about my old job. We now know, of course, the Pentagon had a program too. I think it will take congressional hearings to get to the bottom of all this, not just in the United States, but all around the world. And I'd like to see those congressional hearings.
Commercial pilots have very often reported sighting objects in the air that seem to defy the laws of physics. To what extent are these objects a threat to commercial aviation, potentially?
That's like a helicopter upside down.
Well, certainly the British Ministry of Defence and our Civil Aviation Authority, which is the UK equivalent of your FAA, have dozens of cases in our files about near misses, some of which where pilots have had to take evasive action. And again, it comes back to the point, I don't care in one sense what these things are, but when there is this flight safety concern, when we have these near misses, we sure as heck should be doing more to find out.
Yay!
That's true. Nick Pope, really one of the most credible experts on this subject. I hope you will come back on our show. I appreciate it.
Where did that little wood bowl go?
I put it in that basket.
Oh.
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real. They don't call them UFOs, they call them unidentified aerial phenomena. The several videos they're talking about were recorded years ago.
So now they're
by
UAPs.
pilots. Then in 2017, they were made public by the New York Times. More now from our Randy Kay.
Images of that rotating thing captured by U.S. Navy aircraft, sensors locking in on the target. Commander David Fravor saw it firsthand during a training mission, describing it like a 40-foot-long tic-tac, maneuvering rapidly and changing direction.
As we both looked out the right side of our airplane, we saw a disturbance in the water and a white object, oblong, pointing north.
The object was first sighted in 2004, then similar objects again in 2015. Footage of the sightings, declassified by the military, weren't made public until December 2017 by the New York Times and a group that researches UFOs.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. The ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet, and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.
The Navy says it still doesn't know what the objects are, and officials
There's
aren't
better
speculating. A Navy spokesman simply confirming to CNN the objects seen in the various clips are unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. The UFO reports were first investigated by a secret $22 million program, part of the Defense Department budget, that investigated reports of UFOs. The program has since
No,
been
it's
shut down,
UFP.
but it was run by a military intelligence official who told CNN they found compelling evidence that we, quote, may not be alone. Randy Kay, CNN, New York.
Interesting.
Outside the nearby B-52 hangars, Sergeants Eichner and Jones are oblivious to the latest security breach.
Jones, you want to get me to 3/8?
Sure thing. Come on.
Sergeant Eichner and Sergeant Jones are B-52 mechanics. They're doing their work on the base.
Hey, Eichner, get out here. You're going to want to check this out.
What is it?
I don't know.
Eichner and Jones, now the fifth and sixth witness in the strange sighting, follow the light as it once again circles the base.
Control tower to base commander. The object is back, sir, near the hangars. Sir, it looks like it may have landed.
The object leads Eichner and Jones to an off-limit restricted area.
You sure about this?
They think, well, maybe we ought to get out of here because we're not supposed to be in this specific area. Suddenly, they see the object directly in front of them.
Eichner and Jones hear the security police and decide to exit the restricted area as quickly as possible. But right now, the last thing on Lewis's mind is Eichner and Jones.
The lights go out, the object disappears again.
It appears to be heading north, sir. Now it's left our airspace, sir.
The object heads back again towards the northeast, towards the Canadian border. Disappears off radar, very similar to what happened the night before. The MPs continue to search the base to make sure no one has physically landed on the base. This is one case where the United States government admits that some unknown aircraft penetrated U.S. nuclear facilities, and they were not able to determine either where they came from or whose aircraft they were.
sending out a burst of heat, radiation, and a blue flash of light. From what we understand, this is not good news for the workers trying to prevent a nuclear meltdown there. Dominic DiNatale is streaming live to us from Osaka, Japan. Dominic?
Meg, it's what's known as a localized criticality in the nuclear power business, and it's down to the fact of a partial reaction going on there. We've heard before of these in the past. Back here in Japan 12 years ago, 3 workers were exposed to such a criticality. 2 of them were dead in 7 months as a result of the radiation to which they were exposed. Now, the IAEA says they don't think this will cause a full meltdown across the plant, but it is causing concern, obviously, for the workers there who are working in these very challenging conditions. The biggest concern for the workers there is that they're not being issued with enough what are called dosimeters. These are personalized or handheld devices which can tell them just how much radiation is around them and whether they're in danger levels. Let me give you some examples of what these dosimeters look like. We've been issued with one here. They can either come in sticker form like this, little yellow sticker with a gauge that the darker it gets tells you how more dangerous it is. You get a wrist version which starts to bleep rather like an alarm clock. It looks like a wristwatch, but it's a black disc on a strap, and that will start bleeping when things get dangerous. You get a pager version, and you get a pen version. Now, TEPCO, the plant operator, says, look, we've only got 300 of these. There's 600 of you out there. We just can't distribute them to absolutely everybody. Says it's going to try to, however. No wonder the workers are getting so terrified. You know, we broke that story here 2 days ago about the food pharmaceutical saying they expect to die. The world's now picked up the rest of that story, and they're hearing from more workers about those who have accepted their fate, that they are going to die of radiation poisoning.
That Fukushima thing happened like 6 months ago.
And then being sent into the reactor complex, not knowing just how much danger they're actually in, and especially when the government keeps saying, actually, the data we're giving you on radiation levels isn't actually accurate anyway. We're going to have to keep retesting. All in all, a terrible, tragic dilemma for the guys there.
Did aliens protect our planet from being destroyed by a nuclear meltdown? In 1986, during an experimental safety test,
No, maybe.
one of the Chernobyl nuclear power plants.
Oh, okay. This is Chernobyl.
Setting off a chain of fire events that would ultimately endanger the lives of half the people of Asia and Europe, with the potential to destroy a large portion of the planet with contamination. As fire crews died fighting a losing battle with the burning reactor into the night, several eyewitnesses, including power plant worker Mikhail Voritsky and his team, reported seeing, quote, a ball of fire, and it was slowly flying into the sky, unquote, and hovering over the scene for several hours. At one point, when area radiation levels peaked to around 6 times the lethal level, the reactor was in jeopardy of igniting a nuclear core detonation. Suddenly, 2 beams of crimson light emitted from the UFO into the out-of-control burning reactor, and held there for about 3 minutes. Then they suddenly faded, and the UFO slowly floated away and disappeared. In that brief moment, the site's radiation levels had suddenly dropped from 3,000 milliroentgens to only 800, and the most critical stage of the fire site was over. Catastrophic nuclear of the reactor had been averted.
Interesting.
The Soviet government barely even admitted to the meltdown accident at all, and of course, did not mention the UFO. 25 years later, an earthquake off the coast of Japan triggered a tsunami tidal wave that smashed into the Fukushima nuclear power plant, resulting in the meltdown of not one, but 3 reactors. Just a couple of hours from
2011 now?
the most populous city.
Well, for some reason, I guess maybe the information was released 6 months ago.
UFO sightings were near the power plant recorded and videoed by civilians. Media blackout on the story. Somehow, the radiation leakage from those reactors was also miraculously suppressed below critical levels, and the disaster was contained to the immediate vicinity. If the disaster had not been miraculously contained,
I don't believe it's aliens, but it wouldn't surprise me if we have the technology to do some of that stuff, and they're just not saying.
Not telling.
Did they save our planet from disaster? Why did so many eyewitnesses report seeing the same thing? It's hard to believe whatever happened was more than a coincidence. Check out the rest of our channel and subscribe.
How would they be able to ignore
more mysteries.
that?
I don't know. It's just like we were watching some of those inventions or projects. They squashed the project because they didn't know how to stop it if one of the other countries was able to steal.
Yeah. Finally admitting some of what it knows about UFOs. The Navy has admitted that its pilots encounter unidentified aircraft so often that they've had to draft new reporting guidelines to allow pilots to come forward. It's easy to find this funny, but it's also scary if you think about it. Our vast defense establishment is seeing things that they can't understand. Should we be worried? Congressman Mark Walker is a Republican representing the state of North Carolina. He just sent a letter to the Secretary of the Navy, Richard Spencer, about the military's UFO investigation.